What is up, YouTube? And today we're going to be talking about the recently buffed Remnant Violet. Now, I'll show you guys how he actually plays in RTA at the end of this explanation, but basically this is my Remnant Violet. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty dang good, I'd say. We have him on Lifesteal set, which is pretty much required on him because he doesn't have any built-in sustain. And then we also have him on Penetration set, mostly because we want his S1 to hit a little bit harder. If you guys want, you can run him on Immunity, you can run him on Crit Chance, you can run him on Health set. Really up to you, but I like the Pen set just because his S3, even though it penetrates defense, it's not 100%. And also the S1 with defense penetration actually just hits pretty hard. Basically what got buffed for his kit is his S3 and his S1 hit a little bit harder. And then his S2, instead of giving him that buff now for evasion, which gets screwed over by like unbuffable and like dispels and stuff like that, you'll see that it's actually just a evasion buff. And it's going to be the same amount with an artifact. You're going to be at 70%, so you can't get really screwed over by Conquer Lace and stuff like that, and Angel of Lights. But you still get screwed over by the meta units. So what I mean by that is New Moon Luna, she seals you. Okay, you can't evade except for the 20% from the artifact. If you go against like a Noggle can seal you with her S2 as well, and you can't dodge, right? And then you also can fight against something that can stun you or even sleep you, like a Death Dealer Ray, and then you'll see that you'll decrease your evasion by 100%. So even though you got buffed, evasion units are in a pretty bad spot. I'd say that unlike Savior Aiden, who is the only evasion unit that's used, Remnant Violet is a very selfish unit. All he does is do damage, really. Whereas Savior Aiden has that S3 to actually give her team this invincibility buff, which is very nice, and she has this Dispel, which is also very cool. But Remnant Violet is very selfish, which makes it so that all he does is damage, so if he dies, he's pretty useless. If he gets hit low, he kind of just will eventually die to any residual damage. So I think that even though after his buffs, it just seems like he's not that great. However, he's still very fun to use, right? So if you want to use him, definitely recommend, getting his stats up to 100% crit. You're going to want to have at least 250% crit damage. Ideally, you want like 275, so he actually does decent damage. You're going to want about like 3,000 attack at the very least, and then the rest of your stats go into speed and some bulk. So he's very, very hard to build. Pretty hard to build him without imprints. If I actually get this to SSS, he'll be even tankier. But his imprint is very important because it gives him critical hit chance, which is one of the best imprints stat-wise in terms of value. And just making sure that he does enough damage while being tanky enough is a very, very important thing. And you want to have at least like 1,000 defense, and I'd say at the bare minimum 12,000 health. I think my Remnant Violet is pretty squishy. I could probably lower his speed for some more bulk, but this is what we're at so far. So for artifact, you definitely want him on double-edged decrescent, right? This is pretty much essential. If you don't have this on him, it's pretty hard to use him because when he counterattacks, when he evades, you will be stacking your focus, which will make it so that you're basically cycling into your S3 quicker. So you definitely want this artifact, very, very important. He gets countered by like the units I mentioned before, and also by like Solitaria and stuff like that, and even ML Politis. So you have to be very careful. ML Politis can stop his resource gain, same with Solitaria. I guess ML Politis cuts it in half. But besides those units, besides those many units that are very meta, he can be used as like a last pick in RTA, and also in like Guild Wars offense. But that's enough of that. We'll just like showcase him in the 2 RTA games that I kind of had success with him. Honestly, I could have swapped him out for any other damage dealer and it probably would have been fine and it would have worked. He's kind of like a good side character, I'd say. His damage buffs are pretty noticeable, but nothing too crazy. I think he probably needs like an exclusive equipment to make him a little bit better, but we'll show him off in these RTA battles and you can kind of see for yourself how useful, or how, I guess, useless he kind of is.
All together!
It's too easy.
Foolish whelp. From life into death, and death into life anew.
Do you smell that? That's the smell of death.
How long do you think you can last? This world has no place for you.
Me again? I gave you a chance. It's too late to say sorry now.
I can do it too! Beth. You lack discipline. Deal with it. You're the new offerings. The stage belongs to everyone. Everybody now!
Efficiency. Life or death. Pick your poison. This won't hurt a bit. I guarantee it.
Come on, let's go!
Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen. A patient in need of treatment.
Huh? Is it my turn?
Oh, it's just like a dream. Come on, we can do it!
Worry not. The doctor is in.
A jellyfish.
I'm with you. You know what to do.
Watch closely.
It's showtime. It's just like a dream. Right here. I'll go.
I will shape my own future. Your life means nothing.
For lunch, I want candy. Your eyes are clouded by greed. Let me wash it all away.
Your pitiful resistance ends here.
Prepare yourselves. Slash the dream. Brace yourself. I'll win for sure. I got you. Bye-bye.
Life or death. Pick your trust me. I'm a doctor.
These meatheads. What's this? Another insect to squash. Scream for me. I love listening to the melodies of pain. Do my best. Everybody now! Battle preparations complete.
Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen.
Do not falter.